just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Down, 18 Gator.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. This is Hines. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Grant. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 43.
Hey, foxtrot. Right. Big grip.
On first and 10, here's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Locke's pass complete to number 85. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The kicker on for
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. 8 read.
Not today, you know. Not today. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
80 weapon.
Check the out read. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Yo, go.
Here I come.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On 1st down, Locke. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Block now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hustle, hustle.
Throwing on 1st down. Knight. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On the ball.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Man, I got you.
Bang, 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 bang. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Knight. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
No. Check. Watch twist.
Big grip.
On fourth down, Knight. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Hey, switch gears.
Look at me. Zip. Go.
This is Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now it's Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Clock gonna go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find some.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, there's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, help loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
double.
53 is the mark. Got one, I got one.
Now.
They run with Hines, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's Hines. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the juke. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 9, check 9. Check 26, check 26.
Off play action. Knight. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Knight. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage. Anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They look to throw. It's locked. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Lindsey here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Knight. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Knight. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Knight. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
and probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. From the 27, Locke. Open man is Myers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Block now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Push him back. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Looking to throw. Knight nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2nd and 14. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive. Knight. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Go.
From the gun, Knight. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Let's get it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Operating from the gun, Knight. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 79 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, go.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill.
Throwing again. Knight. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
50, plant. 5.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Hey.
Mike 52. Watch the screen. Check.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. 2nd and 1. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not all.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They fake the handoff, now lock. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Throwing on 1st down. Knight. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Knight. Oh, a scram for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. From the gun, Knight. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To throw again. Knight. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, Knight. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And that'll be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 75 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
Alert 3.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Hey, 4 down.
Greystone travel.
Double up.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Knight. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw. Knight. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Got it. You draw corpus. Hey, two. Get it.
On first down, Knight. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again, Knight. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. 60 or. Hey, high 7. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week